What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another coaching video. I'm excited for this one because we're going to be talking about some key fundamentals when it comes to applying a non-committal playstyle. And this is very key for anyone who's looking to rank up or really improve their game. We're going to look at some clips from a one-on-one coaching session that I ran recently, and you can take what you learn from that and go rank up yourself. I'm an SSL level coach, and I recently started coaching for free for a limited time, as well as I'm putting out these videos for free to help any aspiring Rocket League players become extremely good at the game. I'll leave a link to my Discord in the description, so if you're interested in joining the SSL Academy, be sure to check that out. With that out of the way, enjoy the video, and I really hope you can learn something useful. Well, I have I'll start off by saying I have a way that I play Rocket League, and I have like a playstyle that I like to teach, and it's called the non-committal playstyle. So it's kind of like, as much as you can, I always encourage you to like hold off on making any like decisive action in the game. So hold off on committing, hold off on challenging, and hold off in defense as well for as long as you possibly can before you actually commit to making a move in the game, if that makes sense.
I do that too, I'm gonna be honest.
Okay. That's good, that's good. That's kind of what I'm going to be looking out for, and if I see areas where you're not doing that, I'm going to try and like demonstrate how you can improve on that. See here on kickoff, you see, so these are things that when you get a bit more like higher ranks, you start looking for like smaller things that can impact your game, right? So you see the guy in the back on the enemy team, he's gone for this boost, right? He's gone for this corner here.
He's not cheating on kickoff.
Yeah, so that's the first thing, he's not cheating, okay? So it's going to give you pretty much free reign over the second hit. But the thing is, there's something else you can think of here. And what do you think that is? When the play continues, you've got the ball. And it's to do with that boost deal, right? Like that happens 10 seconds in the future. So that boost isn't there, right?
Oh yeah, so I could... I would know that the boost isn't there because he already went for it on start.
Yeah, but the thing is, even more than that, since you can kind of like have a feel for the time it takes for a boost to spawn, you could even wait and steal the boost again.
10 seconds.
Because it's probably only like 1 or 2 seconds away from spawning at this point. So you could even just apply like more future pressure by waiting for the boost to spawn and then rotating back. Because this guy isn't like applying a crazy amount of attacking pressure to your teammate just now, so you could like wait around a little bit, you know. I think what I would do here is I don't think you're like first man at this point because your teammate's kind of be rotating back. So I think you don't really want to go on this because if you go on it, you're going to leave your teammate in a bad position, probably in a 2v1.
Yeah, I went on it.
But I think, so there's a way we can like apply pressure here without committing. This is part of the non-committal playstyle. Just thinking about, so if we commit on this ball or commit to any challenge in this area, especially if we're first man, a lot of the time if the challenge doesn't go well, or if, since the enemy are 2 and they have the numbers advantage, a lot of the time you're going to get overpowered and the enemy are going to get a counter-attack off of it. And this is something I see with a lot of people. Like, they don't appreciate the power of like leaving the opponents in a 2v1 against your teammate. And a lot of the time when this happens, like a lot of the time people will say like, you know, this is my teammate's fault because he got scored on, you know, or how couldn't he defend this after I gave him like after I like bought so much space for them, you know. The thing is, if you commit in this area, like it's really hard for your teammate in a 2v1 because the enemy are going to have all this space to creep up, you know. There's like 4 quadrants in the map. And they're going to have all this space, normally like these 2, where your teammate can't really commit, you know. Because he's going to be back and he's going to be alone. And it's just, even if they go for a demo, there's so many things the enemies can do. So just be careful as first man. So the way I like to apply
didn't really
pressure,
have a good shot there though, but after I committed in the corner there, not really in the corner, it was more on the wall, but I think teammate could have been back for that if he had taken a boost pad lane. Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, there's always something your teammate can do to save the ball. It's all about you want to try and make the game as easy for your teammate as possible, and you want to be the one. With the non-committal playstyle, you want to be the one that's like in control of the game as to whether you're winning or losing, right? So if the enemy are shooting at your net, you want to be the one that has control over whether that's going in or not, you know? If you always want to be in control of possession and stuff. So a way I like to apply pressure without committing, especially if you're first man and kind of in the enemy's like a first quadrant, so it's like the goal side.
Yeah, how do I rotate out then? I should rotate out there.
Yeah, so I wouldn't even rotate out. So to apply pressure, what I would do is I would use all of your boost, and I would beeline it for their boost. And I'm going to steal this.
Okay.
And this is applying pressure, and it's making their attack really weak in the next like 10 seconds. And there's a good chance if I do this, when they attack, my teammate's going to be able to come around and is going to be able to get a good 50, and we can start counter-attacking again. Because one of the enemies has no boost, and he's going to have to come back and look for pads, look for more boost, or push up without boost as well.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So again, if you go for the boost there, 1, you're not committing. 2, you're applying pressure with boost steal. And 3, you're giving the enemy sound cues, which is probably going to make them think that you're going to do something, you know, like you're going to challenge or you're going to hit the ball.
Yeah.
They might flick or they might feel pressured. Yeah, exactly. In your situation, if I were playing in your situation, if I didn't go for the boost, like if I didn't see this play, I would definitely do what you did and I would challenge you. Like, this is a fine challenge to make if you don't go for the best play, right?
Okay.
Like, you settle for the good play. However, I think at this point, when you see the second man jumping, Xeon, when you see him jumping up, you hear him jumping up, you have to get a second touch on this. You have to, like, no matter what it is, you know?
Yeah.
You have to fly off the wall. You just need to try something. Because if you let this guy touch it, it's 2v1 time, you know? Enemy have got a 2v1, and it's going to be really tough for your teammate.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And, like, there it is. He's going for the pressure, the demo. It's super hard for your teammate now.
Yeah.
Even if he doesn't get a demo, he forces your teammate into a really awkward position where he misses the challenge completely. You can gather information without using your camera. Like, and there's certain moments. So in this moment here,
yeah,
we see our teammate. I know that the
boost is there.
Oh no, don't even think about the boost, right?
Okay.
So in these moments, where you can see everything that matters on the pitch, okay? This is what I like to call the cone of vision. As you can see here, you have this cone. Okay, and you can... Oh, it's drawing on the goal line.
Yeah.
So you have this cone, right?
Yeah.
And from your perspective, this cone has all of the enemy players in it. It has your teammate in it, and it has the ball in it. Okay?
Yeah.
And when you have these moments, you need to gather as much information as you can. So it's like it's not even like a split second thing, right? Like, you have this information for a good like 2 or 3 seconds, you know? You have a lot of time to let it sink in when you're playing Rocket League. So right here, like teammates committing, this is the first thing that you see, right? So you're in the enemy goal, your teammate's committing. So right now, both of you are deep into the enemy, like, opposing side. Both of the enemies are outside of their goal. Tierer's probably going to be turning, looking for boost after he realizes that your teammate screwed up.
So we try stealing the boost.
No. So just forget about the boost. So just in this moment, like, just try and capture as much information as possible, right? The teammate's committed. You're committed.
I realized that. And I realized that the ball, he missed the ball.
Or he missed the ball.
The ball missed the net. So I rotate out here.
Yeah, so in this moment, so just fast forwarded a few seconds. Where's our teammate? From what we just gathered a second ago, where is he?
In the opponent's net.
Yeah, he's deeply out of position, right? Like, because of that screw up.
So I should not commit there.
Yeah, 100%. You're going to be second man for the next 10 seconds.
I know I should not commit there. I just did that because it was the start of the game and was just warming up.
Yeah, no, that's fine. It's useful to, like, obviously, in the ideal scenario, you know, you're turned on 100% of the time, and you want to be making sure that you're doing the optimal play, like, as much as you can, 90%. Obviously, you can't do the optimal play all the time. But. So even in this moment, I'm going to assume that my teammate...
Just fake challenge and...
Yeah, 100%. Non-commit.
And then shadow.
So what I would do if I were in your position, I wouldn't turn just yet, because if you turn, since he's in this position, he's going to put it past you, like 90% of the time. So I would start defending, like going back like this. So I would like slowly start coming back on this side, and I'd start cutting into mid as he cuts into mid as well, you know?
Yeah.
So ideally he's gonna start cutting in, and after this boost you're gonna start playing a bit slower and you're gonna start cutting in and shadowing. And this is going to buy your teammate a bit more time because he's not like making a play or he's not getting past you. So yeah, I'm sure you get what I'm saying here. So whenever you're defending,
yeah,
there's 3 things you can do, right? You can either challenge, you can either defend, and I'm going to say like shadowing and defending are the same thing.
Yeah.
So you can either commit, you can shadow defend, or you are going to be in this position that you're in where you do neither. And this is like the bad thing to do.
Yeah.
So right now you're hovering with no boost and you're being indecisive, right? Like we need to decide what we're doing, you know? Are we going to apply pressure with our teammate? Which I don't think is a bad play. It's like these are both good plays, you know?
Yeah.
So you can either like cut in here, get this boost, and then cut in here and apply pressure, right? This is probably what I would do. Because I like, even if I'm going to defend and I don't intend on committing, what I like to do is I like to shadow really aggressively. So I start defending as close as I can to the ball, right? So even if the ball is here and the enemy has got control of the ball and I'm defending, I will come up to here, and even if I'm second man, I'm going to start defending from here, right? Like if I'm all the way back here, I'm going to come up to here and I'm going to start defending from this area. And then I'm going to defend all the way back to my net until I get a good challenge, right?
Yeah.
So I think what I would do is I would get this, cut in, apply pressure. If I get a good ball, like I'm going to commit on it. If I don't get a good ball, I'm just going to start defending aggressively. So turn around, start shadowing, and then wait for a better opportunity. And then the second thing you can do, obviously, is the super defensive play, which is just bang. You go all the way back. You can like pick this bed, pick this bed, pick this bed, pick this bed, and just defend from the goal. Which is a little bit worse in my opinion, because you're giving the enemy a lot of space. But it's, again, not a bad play, you know.
I could have gotten that actually if I flipped sideways.
Yeah,
Maybe
definitely, yeah. And even if you get it though, like, is it going to be a good play? Or are you just going to be passing to the enemy?
Maybe if my teammate stays up.
Yeah, your teammate's probably not got much boost, right? Yeah, he's got 22.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, even if you pinch the ball on the wall here, I think what you're doing is you're passing to Xeon.
That's still kind of, that's still decent though, because you can get boost then.
How do you mean?
That if I get this touch, I can go back and get boost. I still go back and get boost even though I didn't touch it, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I understand what you're saying, but is it ideal for you to have possession, or is it ideal for your enemy to have possession?
Probably us.
Yeah, like you want to have possession as much as possible, right? Like even in real life, like football or soccer, you know, it's all about, you know, and a really important stat is possession, right? What teams have the most possession? Because the team that has the most possession is going to have the highest chance of scoring, right? Because they have the most, they have more opportunities throughout the game to make plays because they have possession of the ball.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so like when you pinch this ball, the way I see it is you're getting a full reset. So both you and your teammate are going to go back. You're going to get boost, right? And you're going to reset and start like defensively posturing. And both of the enemies are going to go back and they're going to reset and they're going to start posturing aggressively on you, right?
Yeah.
And whilst this is a full reset and it's kind of evened the playing field, it's kind of evened it a little bit against you, right? Because they have possession. So instead of it being a 50-50 now, it's 60-40 to them because they have a 10% chance of scoring from their attack, right?
Yeah.
So if you pinch this ball, it goes bang, ping, enemy has full boost, he takes the ball across here, second enemy goes back, picks up this boost line, and suddenly they're both attacking from this side, you know?
Yeah.
And both of you and your teammate are defensively posturing back here. And then obviously one of you is going to commit, whether it works out or not, we don't know, you know? But again, it's just the fact that we've given them the possession to posture aggressively on us, you know?
But
instead of us having the possession.
But since I missed, they don't have possession.
I mean, they do still have possession, right?
Not after
he has possession.
Not after the Nico touch, but yeah.
Yeah, but he could get it past your teammate here, right? Like,
yeah, sure.
Again, we've given them that 10% chance, the 60-40 against us, you know?
Yeah.
That's why this is kind of like the bad play out of the two. Because from this indecisiveness, either we're going to pass to the enemy and give them the 60-40, or we're going to get a bad touch, we're going to miss the ball, and then they're going to get the 60-40 anyway, right? Because, I mean, this isn't a 60-40 when you miss this. This is suddenly the worst play, you know?
Yeah.
This is now like a 90-10. Like, the enemy should score this, if I'm being honest with you. Like, as soon as you miss this, this should be like a really dangerous attack. If he's a better player, he's gonna bang it to the side here and just pass into mid for his teammate who's coming in, you know? He puts it past him for free.
Or just pop it in general.
Yeah, or just pop it in general, yeah. So it was the indecisiveness either is going to lead to that pinch, which is a full reset and not the best play, or it's going to lead to a really dangerous play for the enemy. So there you have it, guys. There are some of the key points to be looking out for in your games if you're wanting to improve your game to the max. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe if this was helpful, and peace out.